Hi everybody, it's Danielle with Inspire Me to DIY, and today we're going to paint shoes. I put a post out there, about an hour ago asking if anybody knew what we were doing. I put all the materials out there. It was kind of obvious that we were going to paint shoes, but these shoes are going to be for Memorial Day, 4th of July, and just for summer in general. I started out with a pair of, I don't know, what kind of shoes do you call those? Just the slip-ons from Hobby Lobby, and they were $5.99. Can you see that? $5.99 for a pair of shoes. So if we screw these up, we're only out $6 instead of a lot of money. Now, I like to take the insoles out of these and put in those gel insoles and make them a little bit nicer so I can wear them more. And yes, these are a size awesome, which means they're in the double digits. So, big German girl, what can I say? I started out, and I drew my design on these already, and you can draw with pencil because that pencil line won't show, and it also, if you throw these in the washer, the pencil line goes away immediately. I took, only thing I could find, because I wanted to make these look like a flag, so I drew stars on the front, on the top, and then stripes all the way around the back. But I had, excuse me, this little wooden star. I had, I think it was last summer, I bought a huge bag of different size wooden stars. I figured I could paint them and glue them on things. Well, it was perfect for this because it was just the right size. And there was all different sizes in there, so I could have chose any size I wanted, but I don't know if you can see that. But this is what I chose. And I drew them all over. I did one shoe already just to see how long it would take. And it took around 40 minutes, start to finish. That's drawing it and painting it. But since this one's already drawn, we are going to just start painting it. And what I picked today are my apple barrel colors because 50 cents, y'all, 50 cents. I can buy 10 of these. $5. And in fact, every time I go to Walmart, I do buy 10 of these, all different colors. Like last week, I went and bought 10 different reds. So that way I don't buy more than one. And what I'm using today is, this is called flag red. So how appropriate is that? And then I have my apple barrel white. This is the matte. They also have the gloss, but I did not use white on my other shoe, because I was able to paint the colors correctly. If you screw up, you can go over it with the white, which if you screw up, it's not a big deal. This should be a very relaxing project. Don't worry about screwing it up, because if you do, and if people are that close to your feet, something wrong with those people. Cobalt hue is the blue that I used. Now I have two different jars of water, one for my blue, one for my red, because if I need to dab off my brush quick, a lot of paper towels, I don't want to mix the colors and make it a purple shoe. Also, make sure your paint is not runny. Sometimes I add water to my paints if they get too thick, and you don't want them too runny, because on cloth, runny paint will bleed right into the rest of your design, and you don't want that. If your paint is too runny, go get a different bottle of paint for this project. Now, I used for my stripes, I have this little bendable ruler, and I use this little straight edge for a lot of things, so I can go around my shoe and draw my line. And that's what I did here. And again, if your lines are a little bit wavy, it's a waving flag. Perfect. You can come up with something for each mistake that you make on this. This is a no-brainer project. Make sure you have lots of coffee. I have to confess, y'all, I have a little bit of a hangover, a Bible study hangover, since I don't drink a whole lot. My Bible study group just really got into some nitty-gritty stuff last night. It was so good. And I just love it when the Holy Spirit comes into your Bible study and just works magic. And that's kind of what happened last night. So even after everybody left, I just sat on the sofa and just thought of everything that we talked about last night. It was just so good and so much to think about. I had a hard time sleeping, so I have a Bible study hangover. I guess that's the kind to have, right? Let me show you the shoe that I already painted, and it still is a little wet. But this is how it turned out. I love it. Now, if you get real close, you notice I did not paint real perfect around those stars. I mean, they're a little wonky in some places. And I did get some on the rubber, but once it's dry on the rubber, it peels right off, so not a big deal. See right there where I had paint on my finger and just right on there. But that will wipe right off. And my stripes are a little wavy, so it's a waving flag. But I love this. I loved how it turned out. Now, when your paint is completely dry on these, you are going to want to put a coat of the Mod Podge. And this is the matte. They do have gloss, so whatever. And in fact, the gloss might be even better for making it a little bit more waterproof. Who knows? But I seal my paint with that. So in case they do get wet, I'm out in the rain, something happens, it's not going to mess up your paint job. So let's put this one off to the side. Try, when you paint anything, actually, try to do it in such a way that you're not laying your hand right in the wet paint to do something else, because then you track it all over the place. Not good. So I think mindfully, I think of that ahead of time, and I think I am going to do my red stripes first. That way, that can be out of the way where I can keep my hand in here to do this. Because the stars are what take the most time. Now, start to finish drawing and painting, it took me around 45 minutes. Not bad. And I wasn't talking so much. For my stripes, I am using a 4 flat. I don't know if you can see that okay. Let me let it focus in. And I like it because I can get a good clean edge on there. And this being fabric or canvas, you're going to get the cleanest edge possible. It's not going to be like a clean edge on paper, which is real sharp. I was wanting to find like a dark barn red and a acid wash blue, but I was not able to find those colors. I just kind of wanted it to look a little more worn than anything. And I will bring this up on camera as soon as I get this part painted so you can see. I load up my brush pretty good when I do this. Yeah. So there you go. See, it's a decent edge. It's not fabulous, but this is going to be a, I don't know, wavy, muted kind of flag. I have seen shoes like these all painted up. In fact, I have a pair that I bought from the Gap, and we all know that was not, what did I say? That was not $5.99 by any means. Same type of shoe, slip on like this. And in fact, I tried these on, and these are fairly comfortable. The ones from Gap, not so much. And I think, of course, I did not pay full price because I don't like to pay full price for anything. But I think after summer sale, they were originally $70. $70. And I think what I paid was still $29, which, you know, I thought I was getting a good deal. They're still making money on the shoe. So you know how much markup is. But if I can make it myself and it only takes 48 minutes start to finish on my shoe, each shoe, not bad. And I already had the paint and the Mod Podge, so basically cost $5.99 for this project. I'm going to get this one out of the way because I just smeared it. Smeared it with the other shoe. That's okay. Like I say, if people get that close to your feet, you got some weird friends. almost Memorial Day. I've been watching on Facebook all of y'all's gardens up north, like in the Van Wert area and Oak Harbor area, Toledo area, stuff like that. I have been seeing everybody's cleaning up gardens and flower beds, and they just look fabulous. I remember being so excited for that time of year. I had put in such large flower gardens in my backyard. I did the whole perimeter of the backyard. I did. It was a lot of work, but my getting ready, getting all the weeds pulled and getting it all cleaned up was a good 16 to 20 hours. I did not do it all at once, but I would have 12 to 15 big black garbage bags of weeds. So I remember being so tired, but being so happy and how beautiful everything was. So I totally get everybody showing their pictures and how much fun they're having. I made my stripes on this one not so even. So I'm going to make this top red one just a little thicker, so it kind of goes with the rest. And I like to paint up on this edge right here that goes around. I like to paint that also, but you can leave that white. That would be a pretty cool look. I plan on wearing these. We have Memorial Day services here at the cemeteries, so I plan on wearing my new flag shoes to one of those ceremonies. And then I think we're going to have a really nice picnic here. Kind of, not really a picnic, but an outdoor barbecue. I think that will be so nice. And it's still beautiful here to where it's not scorching hot, but that's coming. All right. Oh, you know what? This might go a little faster if I talk. Who knows? Okay. I wish that I could grow a lot of the flowers that you guys do up north. There's a lot of beautiful flowers here that we can grow up north, like canna lilies, but oh, I can't think of the name of them right now. Gladiolas. But in Oak Harbor, where I lived, I had to take those bulbs in the winter time, put them in mesh bags, like onion bags, and store them in my basement, because they would not winter over in the frozen ground without dying. But here you can grow those, but they have to be in an area with a bunch of water and with only partial sun. Even though it says full sun on the thing, trust me, partial sun. Oops, I almost went up on that. That ridge that I want to paint blue. I did that on my other shoe. I painted up on this ridge here when I want to make that blue. And when I fixed it right there. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of purpley, but not bad. Okay, red is done. What do you think? I'll put this so you can see it. There you go. There we go. Kind of. It looks like I need to clean off my camera a little better. Camera lens. Sorry about that, guys. Let me do that quick. I don't know if I can do that while I'm actually doing a video. Hold on. Camera. Ta-da! Oh my gosh, way clearer. Okay, on my end, I don't know about your end. Let's try. There it is. So I'm did the stripe all the way around. Yep, and on there I did do the ridge. Darn it. I'll just do it over with blue. I don't know why I thought that needed to be painted red. Probably because I did the top one. Oh well. You think on first shoe I would have learned. And don't put your thumb in the paint. I did not smear it though, so that's good. I just put it in and pushed it right back out. But I do want to clean off my thumb because I don't want to track it. Not too bad. My goodness. How come I'm such a mess? I can do it fine, but then I'm such a mess on camera. I guess that's keeping it real, huh? Okay, blue. Let's do the blue. Now this one takes obviously a whole lot more time because I got to go around all those stars. And don't be real meticulous about it because it will drive you crazy. And I'm going to use an 8 round. I like the round because it comes to a point when it's full of paint. And I do have, I think I have a 6 also that I might be able to, that's a 4, here's a 6. That might work just as well and not be so thick, so big around. So let's try the 6 instead of the 8. Can you see that okay? I used the 8 on the other one and it did work pretty good. Okay, so once again, make sure your paint is thick. And I have my, what did I say, cobalt? Cobalt hue, H-U-E. Okay. And I drew some of my stars up on this ridge. So I'm going to try to paint around that so it looks, ugh, even this brush might be a little too big around, but it gets really good in the points of the star, the inside points. Okay. Let me just do this one so you can see what I mean about painting it in on the ridge. Okay. Okay, see that? It's right on that double stitched edging. And so I went around that pretty good. And you just kind of want to go around all your stars and then you can fill in between them much easier. Also painting around the rubber sole, I kind of pull it back a little bit. I think you have to be a little bit of a contortionist, huh, to get this. So we have some exciting stuff going on here, exciting for us. My husband is out looking for a new car. We have not, bless his heart, he has not gotten a new car. What is his, an 08? Something like that. So it's been a long time. And he's a pretty good sized guy, so he needs a car that he will be comfortable in. And we also want to use it on the weekends because my car I use during the week and I drive pretty much for a living. So, you know, I drive all week and then we use my car on the weekends too. So the mileage just sky high, sky high. And we're kind of trying to keep that down a little bit too, at least until the payments are done. Which I think is another 2 years, something like that. Okay, so that's where I got so far. You can see those stars starting to pop out. I love it. What I love about projects like this is you can see progress immediately, which I love because I have zero patience for just about everything. I'm sure I am quite annoying to be around most of the time because I want things done right now. Why is it not done? Why have you not started? So that I'm sure that's pretty annoying for most people. I don't know how I got that way because I don't think my mom was that way. I know my sister's pretty much a go-getter, so maybe her and I both inherited that trait from somebody. One thing we're not are procrastinators. We get it done. But then we look at everybody else and go, why haven't I got this done yet? Oh, goodness. I guess that's what makes the world go round, huh? Everybody's unique. I have red on my thumb, and it's just making me a little nervous. I'm afraid I'm going to get that on my shoe. Although it looks like it's pretty dry. Make sure, and this red on this paper keeps throwing me up. Like, oh, I don't want it on my shirt. But it's very dry. Okay. So not quite sure what kind of car he's going to get. I know he wants an SUV. Something with a lot of leg room for him. Which sounds like a win for me also, because rather have too much than not enough. All right. Let's see. I try to keep it all together here in one section instead of doing this and then going over here and then doing, because I get more chance of getting my hand in the paint if I do that. So nice that summer is on its way. I know I love winter at Christmas time, and I love fall at Thanksgiving. Here, I'm not a big, I mean, I love the changing leaves and all that, but up north in the fall is when I have my worst allergies. And it was just so miserable that I never could really enjoy the changing leaves and all that. So here, I don't have that, but we don't really have a lot of the changing leaves either. But I love those seasons during those holidays. But boy, after Christmas, it's like, come on, I want spring. And really, up north, that's when winter is just getting started. And in fact, you guys all had snow in April, if I remember right. No. No, thank you. One thing I love about here is that it is sunny almost every day. I got a little on the rubber. Came right off. So what do you think so far? Isn't that pretty? I do like this blue. And I think that if I like to wear my shoes until there's no leather left, or sole or rubber or whatever you call it. But I think as you wear these more and more and they get more aged, they're going to be more beautiful. Nice. Also, you want to make sure that that you do use Mod Podge on the outside to protect them. And this is not bleeding onto the inside at all. I don't know if you can see. There's nothing on the inside, so you don't have to worry about it getting on your socks or anything like that. I think if your paint was runnier, it would bleed right through the fabric. Blows my mind that they can sell these for $5.99. I know they're probably made, I'm sure they're made in China, because I don't think we could make anything here and charge that little for it. You hear the crows outside? They're going at it. I have a family of crows out there. I call them the Bickersons because they're always fighting about something. Okay. Do you know people like that? Couples like that that fight all the time? I tend to not like to be around people like that. They just make me uneasy. But I know that there are a lot of people out there like that that don't care if they're in public or not. I think my husband and I both gravitate to other couples that get along, or that are at least trying to get along, and that love each other. It's no fun to be around a couple that's fighting all the time. And if you're one of those couples and you wonder why you don't have any friends, that could be why. Okay. So we're thinking of going on vacation. I know summer kind of brings it out. People want to go on vacation and go do something, especially once school is out. What do you think? Is that better? I see bring on camera. You probably put that on a while ago and I didn't see it. There we go. Hoping to go to North Carolina, to the Biltmore, because that's always been a dream of ours to, not say a dream of ours. Yeah, I guess it is a dream of ours, that we've always wanted to see the Biltmore. We both love mansions and castles and stuff like that to visit. We visited a castle in Toronto, and there's the castles in Ohio. Believe it or not, there's castles in Ohio. The Piat castles. And they're central or southern, over there somewhere by Ohio Caverns, which is also really cool. But there are so many places around our area also that, what do they call them? A staycation, where you kind of stay home but you can still go and do all these things. So I think we're going to do a bunch of those things too. Just trying to get my arm in a place where I can steady my arm. A lot of people say, wow, you've got such a steady hand, but it's because I steady it onto something else first before I paint. Because if I do it up here, then yeah, I'm a little shaky. I think everybody would be. Okay. This one's a little booger to get around. See if I can do it. Love it. Well, not the best star, but not bad. Look how that's starting to turn out. I love it. That's my dog. Carl, are you growling? He's around here somewhere. The cat got out into the living room again. She doesn't realize that she can jump over the gate, but I accidentally left the gate open. And so now she's here in the living room, jumping around being a fool. She loves looking out the window. We have those floor-to-ceiling windows in the living room that it's really nice for both Carl and Jojo, because they can just sit right on the floor and look out the window. Don't have to climb up on anything. But they can also see everybody that goes by. I live in a pretty busy neighborhood. I mean, not cars, but there's always people out walking their dogs, or just walking for fun. And Carl seems to think they should not be allowed to walk on our sidewalk. He saves us from so many things. All right, I need some more blue. There we go. That should hold me. So put this down like this. Maybe you can see better. Unfortunately, my eyesight is not so fabulous, so I have to wear these cheater glasses to see up close. And then I have glasses for driving to see far away. Getting older, I tell you, you're a mess. between glasses and hearing, and my husband and I have to put closed caption on all the time now because I just can't hear. And I'm sure my kids get frustrated with me because I'm like, what? Ugh. Especially if you have a deep voice, like a deep man's voice. I don't hear a lot of that. All right. Almost halfway done with the blue and all the way done with the red. So you can see it doesn't take a long time, and doing this project with your friends, oh my gosh, that'd be so much fun. Especially if everybody paints something different on their shoes. Now I wanted to do this as a, for Memorial Day and stuff, but I might get another pair of these to paint, I don't know, it's like swirls or flowers, or I love those flower paintings that look like they're watercolor. I think that would be pretty on here. And when you go on Pinterest and look at painted, I think it's painted shoes DIY, very cool, all of the designs that they have. And I would love to have some of those. But if I painted everything I wanted on shoes, I'd have 100 pairs of these, which that's not so bad. My husband would kind of wonder. Blue. Oh. Okay. That is a thing. You got to really make sure you keep it off your hands, because you will track it everywhere. I think my girlfriends and I are going to get together before too long. I want to do it soon, where we all have like a luncheon and do crafts. Everybody bring their own, or maybe I'll just buy materials for everybody and we can all do the same craft and see how everybody's turns out different. I always like that too. But I'm really itching to do that again. One of the girls in our group is not feeling real well right now, and we kind of want to wait until she's better. It stinks when you're sick sick a lot. I'm sure it's real tiring for her too. All right, oh my gosh, this is going quick. I'm getting better at it. I think the second shoe, I'm better. That first one, I don't know. It looks okay. I think it looks better than okay, because I chose a pattern that's not difficult. Now, if I had a lot of thin lines on here, I think I would do that with a Sharpie marker. Thank you, Helen. That's so sweet of you. Do you love my, what do they call these? Dusters? Walmart. Yeah. I love those because they're comfortable and I feel more confident in it, because when you get older, you get a belly. It just is what it is. And I was never used to having a belly when I was younger. Well, got one now. So I think you just feel more comfortable in something like this. And it's pretty. Even the younger girls are wearing them. I bet I could wear it as a beach cover-up too. That season's coming. Bathing suit season. But that's okay. I'm not a runway model and never was, so I'm good with it. Oh, look. Isn't that stunning? Let's see if I can turn it this way. I love it. Oh my gosh. Wow. I just love this. This project is awesome. I try to come up with projects that everybody can do and it doesn't cost a lot. A lot of DIY stuff for your home. My blog is all DIY for your home and decorating and finding out what your style is. I have an article on that. What kind of style do you like? And believe it or not, a lot of it goes towards what kind of clothes do you like? What kind of clothes you like? A lot of times determines what kind of style you like in your home. Like if you like the boho hippie style, or you like nautical stripes, or you are more of a like Victorian flower, you like Victorian flowers, or stuff like this. I like blues and greens and anything that reminds me of water. I have always been drawn to water. So my home has a lot of, I don't think I can get in there, nautical touches to it and a lot of blues. So I love that. I also love a lot of feminine touches, and thank goodness my husband's okay with it. So I do have a lot of flower arrangements and like my little teapots. I made the one. The other one's Fiesta ware, which I love. So I have, my home reflects my style and my taste. I also have a really cool article in there how you can take, say, your kitchen and add little touches to it to make it look really fancy and upscale. Little like, some of the cabinets you see that have like legs on the bottom of the cabinets. There's a really easy way to add those, or corbels underneath the top cabinets. Just little touches here and there that you see in those fancy kitchens on Instagram. I love those. Or in a magazine, stuff like that. You can do that with your regular old kitchen just by adding little touches here and there. And I have articles all over my blog on things like that. How to take a just blah room and with a couple of touches here and there that don't cost a lot, make it look really good. In fact, I have people that come to our house all the time. They're like, oh my gosh, your house just, it looks so beautiful. And I know they're thinking, you must have a lot of money. That'd be great. But no, I do not. But I do know how to go to Pottery Barn and Ballard Homes and take pictures and then recreate that with stuff from Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby, even Dollar General and Big Lots. And we have an Ollie's around here also that has things here and there that you can take and add to your home and really make it look amazing. I have on my lanai, I have a bunch of, they look like little paintings, but they're on like a particle chipboard, I think they call it. Got them at the Dollar Tree. They look great. There's one that says home and the O is a sand dollar. That's Dollar Tree. And yes, I could make that, but I couldn't make it for $1.25. So that is my passion. And doing something that is your passion, you will be more inclined to do it more inclined to enjoy it and make a more happier life. Because when you're doing something you enjoy a lot, it kind of makes you happy. And if you come home every day and your home is not very nice, it's like a weight, to me, it's like a weight on my shoulders. It's like, oh, I don't want to come home to this. I'm tired and I want a place that just looks beautiful and clean and wonderful and I feel happy in. To me, that's happiness, is a clean house. A lot of people, they want their home really dark, none of the curtains open. They just want it dark and cave-like because that's their comfort. Well, you can do that, but it still can be beautiful and be your taste. I like everything light and bright and airy, but that's my taste. I'm making sure I don't have this all over my arm. There we go. So, having a happy lifestyle is, I think, more important than a lot of things, because if you're happier, you wind up without depression or a lot less depression. And in the long run, that's a healthier lifestyle. You won't be on so much medication just by doing healthy choices. And a lot of people think healthy choices is just exercising and eating right, which that's a lot of it, but that's not all of it. It is, what do you do that makes you happy? And, find out, when do you feel the most not happy? Where are you and what are you doing when you feel that? Those are the things you might want to change. Screen time. Oh my gosh, I'm on a soapbox today. Screen time. I'm going to finish this thought. Screen time is not one of the better things you can do for yourself, whether it's video games, watching television nonstop, YouTube, whatever it is, on your phone. Because screen time releases chemicals in your brain that, like excitement, agitation, it kind of ramps you up. And when you're trying to relax and have a happy, peaceful time, screen time is the worst. So I suggest you read. Find something that relaxes you, is laying there listening to music. To me, it's exercise. Exercise is my time where it's just me and I can think about anything I want to think of and really enjoy myself. So that's what I like. And I love my home to be beautiful. So I think that's why I started the whole blog business. And if you like to write, oh my goodness, starting a blog would be perfect for you, because you can write about anything you want. And yeah, people can comment on it, but it's still your thoughts and you can do whatever you want. I get quite a bit of comments on my blog about, oh, they really like this or they didn't like that so much. And I love hearing that, because I think I love everybody's opinion. Oh my gosh, I'm done. What? Completely done. Look at that. Sitting, talking with your friends, and painting shoes. Oh my gosh. Let me put them both up there. I gotta be careful because they're still a little wet. What do you think? Oh my gosh, I love these. Aren't they? They turned out really good. I am here. There we go. Can I get it right? I am super surprised at how good I did around those stars. I love that. Now I might, and I'm just now thinking about it, wouldn't it be cool to have silver sparkly stars? And I have silver sparkly paint, but I think I would wait until the blue dries. I love the stars too, Helen. I think they turned out really good. It's amazing, because as I was going, I'm like, oh, that one didn't turn out so good, and that one's not so great. But when you see them as a whole, I love it. Perfect. As soon as they dry, I'm going to put the Mod Podge on them and then let them dry. I think I'll put them in front of a fan. And if you didn't see the beginning, I use the matte You can use the gloss, and that might even be better for keeping them waterproof, but I don't have the gloss, so I'm going to use the matte. And I love this project. You know what? I might get a canvas tote bag and paint it to match. What do you think? For the beach? That'd be great. Oh my goodness. If you like this project and you want to save it and show your friends, or save it and paint shoes with me, hit the little follow button at the top. If you're already following me, that's amazing. I absolutely love hanging out with you guys. Again, check out my blog, inspiremetodiy.com, and it has a whole bunch of ideas in there on how to fix up your house. I even turned an old broom closet into a pantry. I love that project. And you can watch how I am fixing my house up a little at a time with zero to a little bit of money. So anybody can do it, and it's actually really fun. I enjoyed painting with you this Saturday, and I hope to see you next Saturday. Thank you guys so much for watching. I absolutely love this life. Have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye.